Hello, Sagittarius. This is your career reading for the coming 2 to 3 months. Now, this is for those Sagittarius, either Sun, Moon, Rising sign, that are working for someone else. So in a big company, small company, you don't care, you work for someone else. Now, it could be also that for some entrepreneurs or freelancers who work a lot for the same people, some wisdom and some nuggets could be in here. Now, what I wanted to say before I start pulling the cards that represent you is that if they don't resonate this reading, then go and have a look at your video of your rising sign or your moon sign. Sometimes you resonate better with those. I'm going to just tilt this a bit better. Yeah, that's better. Then the other thing I want to say is the cards, they are not here to dictate your life. They're here to give you guidance, to give you support, help, to indicate potentiality, not a definite future, a definite outcome, because that's not the idea. That's not what they are meant to do here. And I would really regret if you would use them that way. Just use them as a guideline. Now, the other thing I want to say is I'll be putting in timestamps so you can go to the place or revisit the place that you want to listen about. But at the end, I will indicating how you can enter a competition to win a free tarot reading. I am opening up a new competition as promised, and I'll be telling you how you can enter at the end of this video. So stay until the end and then you'll know. And then let's just dive in here. Okay, 2 cards that represent you. Well, I just already shuffled the decks, all the decks, cut them and cleared the space. Okay, we start with the Death and Rebirth card. I'm not going to pick them because there were a lot of them and I'm only looking, and this is annoying because I really, okay. The 2 of Cups. So, I think you've been thinking about something that is going to change the way you position yourself in your career, in your company, in, in your career. You are working on yourself, so maybe you are working with somebody in the company. Maybe you have someone from HR, or maybe you even have like a business coach or a career coach that works in your company, or somebody that just guides you, a mentor, someone like that. And you have been working on yourself, but with the help of that person. I don't know why that comes. I will see that probably in the other cards, but that's just what's coming. Because of the 2 of Cups here. Somebody who's helping you, somebody who you are working close with. Now, this can also be a teammate, somebody from your team, a colleague that you work close together to. But there is something, well, transforming. It feels like maybe at a certain point you were not completely in it anymore, in that career. Maybe you have been doubting in the past and you needed a reset. You needed a rebirth. It says rebirth here, but it could be like a reset of your mind, a reset, but it can also be an emotional reset because of this 2 of Cups. Like maybe at a certain point, your heart wasn't in your career again, and you needed an extra element or a new element to come in. And I think this is with the help of a colleague or somebody higher up, or like I said, either a business coach, a career coach, or someone from HR, somebody who deals with people, maybe inside the company. It can also be outside of the company. Where maybe you will see that, but I think it can be applied to, depending on your situation. It's a general reading after all. Whether that's an outside person or an inside person, there is somebody helping you with this reset. And I feel that it is possible to get that passion back for your career, but let's see at let's see here what happens with the basic cards, because this is the you energy. Yes, somebody's helping you with this reset. Now, whether that's going to be a positive outcome for the reset and whether it's going to work or not, that is something we're going to see here in these cards. But just let me hold them differently. Okay, 8 of Cups. You see, that is walking away. Maybe, now it could be, yeah. Now with this 8 of Cups, what came to mind immediately for me was, it could be that you're working away from only certain aspects of your job. So, for example, maybe you've been in this working for the same company, and you are working all the time, or you're working all the time at the office, and you're thinking now of, talking to your boss and working more from home, something like that. Well, for those who have been working from home with COVID, it could be the other way around. But this can be like just an element that is changing and that you're walking away from, and then look at how that lights up this path. And how there's butterflies. These butterflies, well, it's really dragonflies, but here you have butterflies. There is also that same transformation that happens here in the death and the rebirth card. So there is something changing for you. This can be only an element, but it can also be that that this whole reset and whole changing your view in your career does not work out, and that you then decide, okay, I'm leaving this job because I feel what you want is more balance, more harmony with your emotions, harmony with your mindset, mentally, psychologically, emotionally, maybe even, the quality time, life, work balance. I think that may have been out of whack before, and that is something that you really truly need, because otherwise, if you don't, it could lead to a burnout or something like that. So really see that you're not overdoing things. So let's see what else comes out. Okay, the Hanged Man, the 7 of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. I feel that, yes, you have been considering a change in your career. And this doesn't mean that necessarily it's changing jobs or changing... And there we have our bazooka coming in. Lately, he's been always coming in during the readings. And then he goes and lies down, so he makes a lot of noise. Anyway, I think you have been considering a change in your career, whether that's changing. Maybe it's also about, working less time. Maybe you want to do not completely part-time, but a partial part-time, like 4 days a week kind of thing. Something that gives you more quality in your life-work balance. I think that is what you're striving after all. And it's something with the Hanged Man. For me, there has been sometime this has been hanging over your head, as it were. So you have been waiting also to see if maybe there was a change coming from the leaders, from your bosses, from those people you're working with, and that some things would change for the better. Now, in some cases, for some, it will be yes. And some elements will be adapted, so you can walk towards a better way of working in that same company. But for some Sagittarius, it will mean that they need to break free from the company and to go their own path and to go search for a better work-life balance in another company. But it could also be that if some elements are being adapted, and like work hours, work days, the way you work from home or from the office, or the balance between that, there is a breaking free of the normal routine with the 7 of Wands, in my opinion. You're also making a stand. It's not like you, after all this thinking here, and after, literally hanging and considering your options and thinking about it, you have come to the conclusion that really you need a better work-life balance. And when you go and talk to your superiors, you need to make a stand. You can't let them trample over you. You need to really get the message across. Now, it is possible that you're going to be successful in relaying the message to your superiors. And so that's a happy ending card, the Ten of Cups. You know, coming together and coming to a harmonious outcome. And especially because that's under that Justice card. It's lying under the Justice card. So for me, it is possible in your job to come to a solution, to make this happen, to make this work balance and work-life balance better and more in harmony with what you want, a bit less pressure as well. And yeah, you're going to maybe be successful in relaying that message. And that's why probably this is more walking away from a certain way of being in your career right now, more than walking away from your job. But it's something that you need to talk through, because it's going to bring about transformation, but it's also you need this, because that transformation is within you. That change is happening within you. It's you who longs really for this more balance in your life. Not like work the whole time, but you're going to sort it out. Maybe it's that you first are talking to, for example, a career coach, or maybe even a therapist, a counselor, and you've been voicing your concerns, you've been voicing the fact that you maybe not feel satisfaction anymore, you feel completely out of balance, way too much work, not enough rest, and maybe you have kids, and that's all very difficult to make work together in a good way, in a balanced way, and you have been talking to someone about it, and that's that time that it takes to make it sink in and make you see that really you need to have a word with your superiors. You really need to make a stand there, and you can't let them deter you, because there is a solution possible. You can come to a certain agreement. Now let me pull the last card, because I'm doing the reading without the last card, so I'm really curious now. What is this last card? Again, these two cards, the Eight of Cups and the Five, I'm going to pull another one. Okay, the Moon card, which is a bit strange here, but okay. So I'm not reading positionally, so for me, this is more the outcome. The middle cards, the Justice card and the Ten of Cups, the coming to an agreement. But the coming to an agreement, again, that may be that you will need to also, you know, the financial rewards may change a bit. But then again, your eyes need to be on these two flowers, not on these two flowers. So maybe when you say, I want to work more from home, or I want to work less hours, or I want to work only 4 days a week, that is letting go of certain advantages. Maybe a little bit of money there that you need to let go of, that you have less money. But it's worth it because of this Justice card. It's going to be a fair, this coming together, the agreement. Here, there's a bit of an agreement in this card as well, in the Two of Cups. But I feel these two cards are your outcomes. It is possible to come to a solution that is fair for both parties. So it's fair for your employer and it's fair for you. But it does mean that some things will change with the Five of Cups. 5 often implicates a change. And so it's like a middle ground, but there is change. But you need to focus on, okay, maybe you're going to earn a little bit less, but you need to see the benefits. The benefits will be you spend more time with your kids, for example. You can spend more time on something on your hobby, for example. Maybe you have a side hustle that you want to spend more time on. But there is another focus here. It's refocusing. That the Five of Cups here for me speaks about a refocus. Now the moon here, the moon often talks about intuition, yes. But the moon also tells me that sometimes there is a bit of uncertainty here. And especially because it comes out on this Five of Cups. The fact that you need to sort of, okay, you need to be content with maybe earning a little bit less, or maybe have less benefits, not necessarily financially, but there are some things that are going to change. There are some benefits that are going to disappear, but other benefits going to come in its place. Now, it could be that you're not seeing that clearly just yet, because there is a little bit of fear in the whole process, and then you don't really see that. But I feel that really this card should be underneath this. So yes, there will be fear, you're not seeing it, but you can, they will be there, and you can focus on them versus on focusing on all the negative things or all the things that you need to leave behind. So I would not focus on those. I would really focus on what it is that is benefiting and that is very beneficial and good for you, so that you get more of that work-life balance. So let's get some clarifiers out. That will be interesting to see what they need to say more here. Okay. Yeah, the Empress. Knight of Cups on top of that. I'm going to start here with this Knight of Cups on top of that Justice and the Ten of Cups. So yes, there is an offer. So your employee will make you an offer, and or you will make an offer to your employee. But in a way, anyway, with these two cards here, because these are the main cards and this is just a clarifier, yes, there can be a solution. There is a solution there. It's not like you have to be worried about it. Maybe this Moon card is just an illusion. Maybe you think there is not a solution there, but there is. But the solution will imply leaving some things behind and focusing on other things. That is implied in the solution. So don't let your fear withhold you from having the talk with your employer, because there is possibility to come to an agreement here. Now I'm going to wait with that Empress card till I've got another card here. Okay, let's see. A bit of weird cards coming out for you. So the making a stand and to changing certain elements that you want to change, that's going to be beneficial for you, because you're going to be able to take a little bit more care of yourself, to be a little bit more relaxed. I feel this has nothing to do with rewards or fertility or something. I feel this is more, you can breathe again, you can relax, and you can just enjoy your job again. Because before, I feel that there was a lot of pressure. That's why you have been also hesitant to open up about it, but maybe that's also why you have been working with this other person from the Two of Cups. And there is this moment of, you know, okay, if I can change a few elements here, I can relax. And I think that that is what they're saying. But what they're also saying is you can't be, you know, living in illusions, because the relaxation and the changing elements and the making a stand and talking to your employer, yes, it's going to work, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to have to sacrifice a few things. And that sacrifice lies here in the Five of Cups. There is something implied that you will need to change, but that is more to the benefit of your employer than it is to your benefit. But it's not going to affect you in a big way or in a harmful way. I don't see that, because I see here again a card of relaxation, a card of feeling more rested. And that is you know, this is there is no price on this card. The Four of Swords here for me is really being okay with the change. First, you're going to be afraid with this moon, yes, but later on, you're going to be happy that you've done it, because the rest you're getting and the time, the free time, the time to care for yourself, for your family, to spend time with friends, with dear ones, there is no price. There is no money in the world that you're going to, that can pay for that. So you're going to be okay with it. Now, the fears the fear of that moon, really read that strength card on top of the moon card. That fear can be tamed. It can be tamed, and you can get on top of that. So you also can't be deterred by that fear that just nags in your head and say, I can't do this because I will lose money, etc., etc. Because the money lost is not going to, you're not going to, as it were, feel that in your pocket, because there will be other things coming in its place, other things that's going to give you more emotional, more emotional satisfaction. 10 of Cups. Yes, that is also the coming together and the agreement, but it's also you feeling emotionally more satisfied. It's that relaxation of the Empress. I've done it, I've succeeded in doing it, and it's giving me breathing space. It's giving me more time for other more important things. Now, you may not see immediately that you will also have to sacrifice some things, and you don't know what, but that will be sure, that will come. And there is a solution to it. So when you maybe here as well, maybe this card even means at first, when you're starting to consider, changing some elements of of the way you work in that company, maybe you don't see that there is a solution. This cup is a solution. But in the beginning, when you start to think about it, with that Hangman here, you don't really see a practical solution. Now, the practical solution will come about by talking to your superiors, to your boss, to the leaders of the company, and to really expose the ideas and expose your intentions, but without being, afraid that they will not listen, because I think they will listen. Now, this tower, I don't see this tower like such as a tower that's going to remove something and it's going to be bad. I see this tower as really a very positive energy here in this reading. I see this tower as really whatever is happening here, that decision that you make, and then the step you take to speak with your employers about, I want to change this and this and that, that's going to make room for this whole new, for this Empress. That's going to make room for this Justice card, for this 10 of Cups, because that tower came out here in the middle. So things need to be shaken up anyway in order to get to more harmony and balance in your life and your work life, but also to get to that agreement with your employers. Things need to be shaken up. Things need to be exposed. The tower exposes the things, so that means that tower is going to help you make the final step, and go speak with the people you have to speak to about these changes that you want to bring into your career. But the outcome is positive. There is not a bad outcome here. And I'm going to pull a few more cards from this deck, because this is quite a weird reading, isn't it? Today is not my day of normal shuffling, and it's also because I'm shuffling the other way around. See, this Three of Wands, I think you're going to be very satisfied with the outcome of it all at the end. Further down the line, and then I'm talking about those 3 months down the line, or a little bit further out even, you're going to be very satisfied with what you've done. You're going to be happy with that you took the step, that you spoke to the people, that you made those changes, and yeah, it's going to be a good place to be. 6 of Wands, yeah, okay, that is very clear. You're going to be happy, and you're also going to be successful. And I feel that even so, you're going to be much more efficient at your job by reducing the pressure. That is what I get from this 6 of Wands here. And I feel that even your superiors, the bosses will see it. Your team leaders, they will see it. They will see that you're much happier. And that you're much more efficient in your job. So all in all, it will be a win-win situation for all. But those results will only be seen at the end of this period where this reading is for. And that is about 2-3 months out, yeah? So I'm very curious of what's going to happen there. So let's end with 2 oracle cards. And I'm taking them randomly. A time for healing, yes. That's death and rebirth. It's time to heal, you know, that over busyness, the being worn out, the being tired, the having way too much to do and then sometimes not seeing it. I feel that is what this card is saying to you. That is now is the right time to make this move. So if you have been thinking about it with this hangman, you have been thinking of it, but maybe you haven't known a way to address it. Or to address the subject with your superiors, but that Tower tells me that you need to really make way because it's time to heal. It's really, really time for you to do that healing. So I'm going to pull it like that so you can see the cards. Well, you can't see all the cards, but it doesn't matter. And then, that's a good one, believe in the impossible. So at first here, I think when you start out here, when I start with this reading, you probably don't believe that you can get what you want. You probably don't believe that you can get disagreement with your superiors, that you get that justice card. I'm not going to pull it out from underneath because I'm going to mess it all up. I feel you don't believe it, but this card tells me that you have to believe in the impossible because it's possible. And the cards here tell me that it's possible to come to an agreement, to come to a good outcome for the both of you, for both parties, not only for you, also for them, because it's going to work in their favor as well as yours. Now, when you think you're going to be sacrificing too much, I think this here, because of the win-win, because of the 6 of Wands, I feel that this is a temporary sacrifice. I think, and it's not here yet, but I feel a bit further down the line that there may be even a renegotiation coming out. I'm just going to pull a card and let's see. I haven't done that for the other signs, but let's just have a look here. When I said that, when I was saying that, I probably feel that it could be renegotiated so that you return to your previous. Yeah, it's temporary. Temperance. So it's really a compromise for the moment, but I feel it's only for the moment because I feel you're going to compromise, but afterwards you can come together. I'm not saying that you're going to go to completely before, but there can be a renegotiating because it feels like this sacrificing or this, not earning as much, it's just a temporary solution as well, part of this solution, but on a temporary basis to see, okay, how is this going to work out? And then we can see and we can evaluate after a few months doing this, maybe half a year or something, and then we can see how this works out. But because it's a win-win and because everybody's happy, I feel you can probably be in a very good negotiation situation that you can renegotiate and come to the table and say, listen, look, here it is. I am very, this is working out. And they probably will say, it's working out, yes. And then you can really have a powerful position to negotiate from or renegotiate from. That's what it feels like. Okay, Sagittarius, that's your career reading for now. For the next 2 to 3 months. The next reading is probably going to be about love. Valentine's in the air next week. So yeah, probably that's going to be the case. For now, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing, for following, for liking, for sharing, for commenting. That's all the support that you give me is really much appreciated. And of course, it helps me, but it also helps me to continue do these readings because they do take time and they do take valuable time, so it's always nice to when you show your support, and so I can offer you more free readings. If I don't have that support from you, it's very hard for me to continue doing this. Now remember, daily readings can be found on my other social media, but especially check out TikTok if you're not on TikTok yet, because there I can do, and I do more readings, like short bonus readings and live, because it's a very active platform, especially also for tarot readers. So I really love being there. Now I'm continuing to do the daily shorts here on YouTube as well, on Instagram, on Facebook, but my real focus is on YouTube and TikTok. Now, if you want to enter the competition to win a free reading, all you have to do is put Magic 2022 in the comments. The Angel 2022 was a former competition, so I'm messing it up. It's Magic 2022 in the comments. When you do that, put it in the comments, Magic 2022. I will announce the winner on March the 30th, so it's automatically that you've entered. You can do that on as many videos as you want here on YouTube or on TikTok. Not on Instagram, not on Facebook. I will not be considering those entries, only on TikTok and YouTube, okay? Just that you know, just that we are clear. Magic 2022 winner will be announced March 30th, and that's all I'm going to say for now. I'm going to leave you here and speak soon. Bye for now. Bye.